Hi, my name is Naio Noveline, contesting for Miss Tourism TESO. Today I'll be presenting my project entitled ITESO Culture Restoration Initiative. The background of my initiative lies on the fact that ITESO society was comprised of 6 clans, and they all had clan leaders. These clan leaders always had courage and always acted as arbitrators in events of disputes. And the current clans broke off from the 6 clans that were initially in Teso, and there are still more other clans that are breaking off. The Iteso have since grown in an ethnic group, predominantly occupying parts of eastern Uganda. The diversity of this occupation has influenced language and various social aspects. However, besides having the Iteso Cultural Union, the Iteso culture is slowly fading away, partly due to the weakness of the cultural union. Furthermore, other problems touching the Iteso include the language, whereby our children, the young people, are being influenced by other cultures. The fact that they study in other regions like Central, and they end up forgetting to even speak their own language, and the parents themselves take it as pride for their kids to speak English rather than speak Ateso, which has made our kids forget about their own culture. The young people see it as a sign of being educated, in that they tend to speak Ateso with that English accent, and this has become a recipe for cultural disaster. Furthermore, the cultural institutions are not proposing any incentives to sensitize the young people and equip them with cultural values and enhance them with love for identity as ITESO. Another problem is social etiquette, which is social code of behavior among young people. A good example is nowadays you tell a girl to kneel down before her husband, maybe while serving food, and she's like, why would I kneel down? And you tell someone like greeting elders, that is totally decaying in our communities. People think they are so educated, they can't do such thing to the. This has also contributed to the decay of our heritage and norms of ITESO. And furthermore, the Itesot parents are very reluctant to teach their children these norms and practices, and if they don't learn from home, there is nowhere an Itesot girl is going to learn these things from. The modern principles of women emancipation have been misinterpreted by some women, and underlooking such practices that they are so demeaning to an educated woman. Let's focus on cultural practices in marriage. Marriage is one of the celebrated events in any cultural context. This is because it brings people of different clans and backgrounds together. In fact, many homes host celebrations with modern or foreign foods rather than their own, in the context of changing diet, not knowing our food is actually very nutritious. The Iteso identify themselves with Atapa, which is millet bread. Baganda and Banyankole identify themselves with Matoke, Basoga with sweet potatoes, to name but a few. This is cultivated at home. However, due to the reception of various foods into our setting, Atapa is rarely appreciated in functions. And this food defines us as Iteso. Going to the interesting part of our culture, so that is dance, drama, which is a medium of education. The saying that music speaks to the soul. This directly takes us to how one can get attached and connected to the music through the message. There it influences one's thoughts, the character and personality. The reception of modern music and foreign has influenced the behavior of the young people in Teso, their dressing, the character, attitude and relationships. The Teso traditional music is slowly fading away due to deception, and reviving it would be a very strong medium in reviving cultural values. My project solves the problems by engaging youth in different cultural activities and trainings. These cultural activities are like the traditional dance and all that, whereby the Miss Tourism cluster wouldn't have to go through the hard time in taking the queens through all the sessions, knowing about their their culture. Maintenance of the cultural sites like the Morimol's Palace, the museum, which happen to be neglected. To train the youth on the Iteso food recipes like Emalakan, Emagira, Echadoi, and many other foods. My project intended impact is mainly to enable children in primary schools, secondary schools, and tertiary institutions to participate in cultural activities and all that, redevelop the cultural sites and tourism sites in Uganda like the Naio rock painting. We could come up with a practice whereby we make it a ritual to expose our foods and all that. We could make it a ritual for any visitor or tourist who comes around. Must like we can talk of the sour milk. We can make it like a ritual for them to first take some milk before they enter. Some of them will like it, and in one way we are also making people know and taste how our foods and drinks also look like. The goal and vision for this project is to provide the Iteso youth with an opportunity to acquire knowledge about their cultural practices, the language, the food recipes, and the dressing. With hope and initiative to restore our culture as Iteso, Emuria Kolia. Thank you for listening.